Hi everybody, how you doing today? Time for another 5-minute tutorial on tips and tricks in PowerDirector. I have version 15, but this should work in other editing software such as Sony, Adobe, etc. Today I'm going to take a look at timeline track management. Here we are in PowerDirector 15. This is what you see when you click on the icon on your desktop. Over here on the left hand side of your timeline, these tracks here, you can resize them and add or delete tracks. Right click, add tracks, and it'll ask you how many tracks you want to add in the video tracks, how many audio tracks you want to add, and where you want them placed. In this case it's below 2 because we're going to add one which would be track 3. In regards to the FX track, right click on it, move track content below track 3, and you saw it drop down there below track 3. I have a multiple monitor system, so I'm going to go off the main monitor and I'm going to click the saved program file that I call standard 2-track with FX. And here that is. 2 tracks on top of each other, FX below it, and then below that the title, audio, and music tracks. This is my main go-to configuration when I'm ready to do some editing in PowerDirector. I have it saved, File, Save Project As, Standard 2-track with FX. So when I've got a project here for PowerDirector, instead of clicking up here, the Cyberlink PowerDirector icon on the desktop, I will click this standard 2-track with FX, and then PowerDirector opens, and there's my go-to configuration all ready to go. I'll drop in some stuff into the library, bring it down to the timeline, do my configuration, and then file, save it as whatever name for whatever project that I'm currently working on. Same thing with the 5-track that you might have seen here, and I'm going to cover that next. I'm going to go off screen here now and select another pre-saved program file. I call this one 5-track. Here we are, 5 tracks stacked on top of each other, FX, the title, the audio, and the music down below. I have them all resized so I can see each one of them in the timeline. Again, after I made this configuration, I saved it as what I call the 5-track. This specific configuration I came up with and saved when I did a promotional video for a local campground, and I wanted to highlight a lot of photos that I had taken in a short period of time. Remembering that the hierarchy of the timeline is the track that is active, that has a picture or a video file on it at the lowest point, takes precedence. In this case, on track number 5, I put a picture of the campground's sign. Stacked on top of each other in the other 4 tracks were 4 individual pictures that I then shrunk down to 1/4 of each of the screen using the picture-in-a-picture designer, the PIP designer, so it appeared that they came out of the middle of the screen and each went to its individual corner with no black background because that's where the picture of the campground sign was at. My next 5-minute tutorial will be how I arranged that and how I actually did that. But in closing here, if you find yourself using a certain track arrangement over and over again for something that you're doing, create this arrangement in PowerDirector with nothing in the library, get it configured the way you want, then save it as somewhere in a folder, name it so you know what it is, and you can go to it at will. Okay, that's it for today, guys. Hope this is of some help.